Hi there, my name is Trina O'Gorman. Thank you for joining me. Okay, so this is something that I have been wanting to make a video about for quite some time, and it's just been really hard for me to get into the right frame of mind. The topic is death and dying. And it's a topic that nobody really ever wants to talk about. And I'm kind of obsessed with it. And not in kind of a creepy kind of way, but I think about it in a loving kind of way. So hear me out. 7 years ago, my ex-husband, we had been divorced for 1 year, died suddenly from a heart attack at the age of 53 years old. My boys were 15 and 10 at the time, and his entire estate went to them. Because we were divorced, I could no longer be the executrix of the will, and so his brother took over as administrator, and we worked together to settle the estate. That meant me having to go through all of his belongings, and for his brother to have to sort through things as well. And he wasn't planning to die. He was 53 years old. And that made me start to think about what would happen if something happened to me. And so I put a lot of things in place, from insurance to my estate documents. But that's not everything that I felt that I needed to do. Like I said, I had to sort through all of his stuff, his daily stuff, the things that had been in the junk drawer in the kitchen, everything. And it was hard. It was hard for me. It was hard for his family. It's just a difficult process. And it's even more difficult when you're deeply grieving, as I imagine my sons would be doing if something were to happen to me, or when. My mom always had this saying, no one's getting out of here alive. And they'll probably outlive me, but we have no guarantee of that. But one of us is going to go first, and if it is me, I have a house full of stuff that they would have to sort through. There are accounts, there are transcripts from college, there are photos, there are the documents and the accounts pertaining to the house and the car and credit cards and investments, and the list goes on and on. I got this book. I don't know if you can see the title. I got this book not so long ago. It's called Dos Stedning. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. It's a Swedish word. And it refers to the art of death cleaning, which is said to be a Swedish phenomenon by which the elderly and their families set their affairs in order, whether it's sorting the family heirlooms from the junk, downsizing to a smaller place, or using a fail-safe system to stop you losing essentials. Death cleaning gives us the chance to make the later years of our lives as comfortable and stress-free as possible. Whatever your age, Swedish death cleaning can be used to help you declutter your life and take stock of what's important. Great book, and I highly recommend it. The other thing that I came across in the process of preparing to die, no time soon I hope, but like I said, none of us is getting out of here alive. So the other thing that I came across is the Nokbox. Nokbox refers to NOK, NOK Next of Kin, the Next of Kin box, and it's a box that helps you organize all sorts of documents and instructions so that when something happens to you, whether you become incapacitated or you eventually pass away, your next of kin has this box that they can go to help them know what to do. So I just want to show you what's inside of it. And this summer, my project, one of my big projects, is going through the process of putting the Nokbox together for my family. And look, I get it. It's not the most uplifting and cheerful thing to do, but I do believe after settling someone's estate that it is an act of love and a kind gesture that you can do for those that you will be leaving behind. So I'm going to switch my camera to the overhead view, and I'm going to show you what's inside of the Nokbox. As I said, I haven't started the process of putting the entire thing together. That is my summer project. Yay, I'm so happy it's summer. And as I am doing that, I will make a number of videos to show you what that process is like. So hang on just 1 minute and I will show you what is inside of the box. So I've got the Nokbox up on my desk. It is really hard for me to get the best angle to show you the entire outer Nokbox. So what I will do is take some photographs of it and put those at the end of the video. But I just wanted to show you what it contains. So it is a hanging folder file system, more or less, and it comes with hanging folders. It's got this frame inside that the folders hang on, and hanging folders that are pre-labeled, and instructions. So these are things that you could probably put together yourself. The thing about preparing for death is that it is something that is just emotionally and psychologically hard for a lot of people to do. And so this takes a lot of the kind of tedious work away from you. It already sets up the system, the framework for you to work within, because it's hard enough to do it as it is, right? So it comes with instructions, and that's in the first folder. See, the folders are very clearly labeled, and then inside of the folders, so it comes with a pack of documents, and the documents are different for each folder, but these are the instructions that tell you how to go about putting your Nokbox together, how to go about letting your family members or whoever is going to be handling your estate where everything is. So those are the instructions, and then I'm just going to quickly go through what some of the folders are. So this says primary residence, mortgage or lease, utilities and HOA, maintenance, repairs, people, home inventory, and other information. And I guess if you have a secondary home or more than that, there are additional blank folders that come with it. You can use one of those for anything if you have more than one residence. And then the next hanging folder is for vehicles. And there are folders and documents to put together that information. Bank accounts, bank account folders, money moving apps, really important. We, are now into a lot of apps like Zelle and PayPal and Venmo. So it gives information for somebody to go into those accounts and take care of them if they're holding money, and then to close them out so there is nothing still open that people could hack and stuff like that. You want those things to be closed when you can no longer use them. There's an insurance folder. We all have health insurance and car insurance and homeowners insurance and life insurance, right? You want them to be able to find that information. So these are the insurance documents and the instructions for how to put all of that together. This next folder is for investments, and there are a lot of different folders for that. Hopefully you have a lot of investments, right? Debt, hopefully you don't have a lot of that, but major credit cards, retail credit cards, student loan debt, medical debt, personal debt. Then you have a folder for income, current employment, side income, because everybody has to have a side hustle these days, Social Security, retirement income, other income. Then you have this one for your assets. Hopefully you have plenty of those. Family and friends, your dependents, your pets, your ancestry, friends, sentimental stuff. And inside each of these folders, there are forms and things for you and instructions. Education and career, you have transcripts and diplomas, past employment, military service. Health, you have current medical records, past medical records, Medicaid or Medicare. Community, online accounts. We all have Facebook, social media, different communities, subscriptions and memberships, and other online accounts. And it gives your next of kin access to those accounts so that they can be either memorialized or closed, whatever instructions you leave behind. This is for legal and taxes, legal matters. Again, like with the other folders, there are instructions, what you need to do. And then lastly, I think this is the last one, your estate documents, your will, your trust, your medical directives, your financial power of attorney, guardianship, and end of life ceremonies. So all of that comes with the box, and they have different configurations. You can just buy the inserts without the box. You can buy different types of boxes. Not all of the boxes they have are fireproof. I just decided to get this one. And then you have this Nokbox key system. You have this folder that helps you organize the keys. Yeah, we all have keys, and they don't serve anyone any good if they don't know what the keys open, right? So you label them, put them in here. And then protected documents. There are certain documents that you need to keep from burning up, and people need to find them, including, like your passport and your will and, different things that you want to put in here. And that is an important, this would be good too, like if there is a situation, you just take this out if you can't carry the whole box and run for your life. Anyway, and it has, you probably can't see it, these Velcro over these flaps that go over the top that help it close, and then it has these handles on the side, on each side. Pretty heavy, and it's not even full yet. So that is the Nokbox. I will put a link for the company in the information section of the video so that you can find the website and find the company and look it up for yourself. I am looking forward to doing this because I think it will give me additional peace of mind that I've done everything that I can do from this side to help either my sons or whoever is going to be settling my estate when I'm gone. I'm, hoping not to go anywhere anytime soon. So, this is the kind of thing that you can't just do once and forget about it. You have to keep this information up to date and current. But, that's a process. And in doing the Swedish death cleaning and doing the Nokbox, it has also opened my eyes and made me realize that there are lots of other things that need to be taken care of and done as well. And it's just a way of living as if you are not going to live forever, right? And that may sound really depressing. Wait, let me show my face again because this is kind of boring just looking at this box. So, like I was saying, I'm looking forward to this, not because I think it's going to be like, ooh, fun, right? But because I think it's going to give me peace of mind, and because I know that it is a really loving thing to do, even if it might be difficult, right? And it brings me to this phrase that I came across a while back, memento mori. It is a Latin phrase, and I'm going to read it from my phone. It's a Latin phrase meaning, remember you must die. I'm reading this from Britannica.com. And it's the notion of acknowledging death, right? And different cultures have traditions that approach this same concept in different ways. And the concept of remembering death is expressed throughout ancient Greek and Roman philosophy. And in Plato's Phaedo, Socrates states that the sole purpose of practicing philosophy is to practice for death and dying. And rather than being a morbid directive, the statement espouses mastering one's fear by recognizing the body's mortal reality and pursuing knowledge, which nurtures the immortal soul. I also think that, like the Stoics, it goes on to say here, the Stoics taught the virtue of keeping death at the forefront of one's thoughts as a reminder that nothing is permanent. And I think that if we think about death in that way, that, we're not guaranteed tomorrow and life is not infinite, that it will help us to put things into perspective. It will help us make decisions about how we're going to spend our time and spend our money, right? Because we are doing it in such a way that we are aware, right, that eventually we're going to run out of time. And yeah. So I hope you found this to be helpful. Like I said, I will put the link for the information down below so that you can find it. And I will make additional videos to let you know what the process of putting these things together is really like. Yeah, so I am at this stage in my life, preparing to die, hoping that I've got many, many, many more years left, but knowing that sooner or later the time will come. take care, and yeah, see you soon.